Hi, I'm Mark Buehler, Chairman of the Board of Directors for the Dana Point Concours d'Elegance. This is the 31st year for the Dana Point Concours. I've been involved in the event for 17 years. I started literally parking cars at this thing. Had no idea what I was doing. My job was restricted to gestures. Did not get to talk, and that was probably for the best. Since then, I've done everything from paint grass to be general counsel to the board of directors, a vice president, and I was just elected chairman this year. As you can see behind me, we've got a tremendous number of cars. You're looking at roughly half of the cars that we have on the field. In front of me, behind you, we've got another field full of race cars and supercars. And we also have a field that is rapidly filling up with Harley-Davidson motorcycles. We also have a section for collector cars. That's cars that don't necessarily fit into one of our established classes, but they're pretty cool anyway. And we've got the Deathmobile from Animal House. It doesn't get much more fun than that. This is our first year for a 3-day event. We started on Friday with the Rallye Basilone. This was a historic tour of the base at Camp Pendleton. We took 40 some odd cars, everything from a $3 million Bugatti to my little piece of crap Mini Cooper, went through the base and saw so many things. Something that I found particularly interesting about the base is we had lunch at the School of Infantry, and after we watched a bunch of the boots get yelled at, screamed at by the drill instructors, we went in to eat lunch with them. And quite frankly, it's some of the best roast turkey I've ever had. But they had banana cake for dessert. I had no idea that Marines got sprinkles on their banana cake. It was so cute. This is a challenge coin from the Rallye Basilone that we had this week. A lot of people don't know what these are for. Basically, this is the military version of a drinking game. If you go into a bar on base, everybody slaps down their challenge coin on the bar. If you don't have one, you're buying the round. So, most people in the military will have a challenge coin from one unit or another. This one happens to be the one for the inaugural Rallye Basilone that we had this week. Afterwards, we realized that there were probably some more things that we can do to make it better next year. And I was talking to one of the master sergeants, and he brought up a few things that he thought might be fun. It included shooting things and blowing things up. And he said, we can probably make that happen, but we need a little more swing weight. I said, how much swing weight do you need? He said, 2 stars are good, 3 stars would be better. Fortunately, we have 2- and 3-star generals who love us. We had some of them at the party last night, and I anticipate that they'll be here today. Yesterday we had our Rod and Custom show, which specifically focuses on hot rods and customs, which is something you don't normally see at a concours. We had all sorts of cars out there, everything from muscle cars to hot rods, some of the most beautiful paint jobs you will ever see. We also had the 5 winners come out, and they're on the show field today, and some of them are just gorgeous. Last night we had the cocktail party for the concours reception, which featured a lot of the cars that we're showing out here today. Mercedes-Benz Classic Center, one of our sponsors, brought a bunch of their cars, and as always, they were gorgeous. One of the cars was the Red Baron Limousine, which is a huge red 600 that is just gorgeous, and I got to drive it briefly last year. It's enormous. It's like driving an emerging nation. It's huge. We also had Aaron Weiss bring his gorgeous package. It's out on the field today. It's beautiful. We had one of our other corporate sponsors, South Coast Plaza, put on. I was corrected. I thought it was a fashion show, but I'm a guy. That's wrong. It was a platform show. So we had a bunch of beautiful young women in gorgeous clothes that my wife and daughter loved. I just thought they were really attractive. One of the things that we have coming up today, right around noon, is a flyover. We have warbirds from World War II, we have trainers, we have all sorts of things. The first year we had a flyover, one of the guys who's I think is going to be here today, Dr. Ken Wagner, has a Mustang P51. He came in so low and so hot that we thought he was going to blow roof tiles off the hotel. I don't know what the FAA has to say about that afterwards, but I know he hasn't been that low since.
It's a 1942 BT-13, which is the lead aircraft. The BT-13 is actually a very rare aircraft. There are only 22 flying in the world.
And where do these planes come from? We know we don't run down to John Wayne Airport and commission one of these. They're very, very special planes. Where are these out of?
Sure. These planes that are flying over right now are out of Rona Airport. And the P-51 is going to be coming in a few minutes. He's based out of Chino.
Like, who are our pilots today that we can kind of get a look into the plane, please?
Sure. We have flying the steering group right now. We have Dave, Tim, Taylor, and Jake.
We're hoping for next year that the Marines can come out and bring out some stuff that they can fly over, because they're huge, they're fast, they're loud, and that's what car guys are all about. Today we've got 197 cars booked to show up. We have everything from Porsches, Ferraris, Corvettes, to the Duesenbergs, the Packards. If there's something that you like about cars, it's almost certain that we have something on the field for you today. Most Concours have the reputation of being stuffy, a bunch of old white guys slinging jugs of Grey Poupon at each other. Now, we may have a food fight, but we're just not that kind of people. We don't care. I mean, yes, we care about our cars. Yes, they're very shiny. Some of them are god-awful expensive and god-awful gorgeous, but we're just here to have fun. As much as some of these cars cost, you'll find those owners just as friendly as the Rod and Custom guys, just as friendly as the Harley guys. They may not be wearing the same leather as the Harley guys, but they love the cars, and they love talking about the cars. Our charities this year are 3 Marine charities. First one is the MARSOC Foundation. MARSOC is the Marine Special Operations Command. They are force recon on steroids with much bigger guns. They use that money to support the MARSOC operators who are generally injured in the line of duty. We also have the Semper Fi Foundation and the Marine Scholarship Fund, both of which assist the families of Marines. We are very proud to be involved with these people. We've never had this level of support from any of our charities. They're just wonderful people to work with. From the generals that we started dealing with, to the protocol officers, to the captains, the colonels, and the non-commissioned officers, even the folks who were guarding our cars while we were on base. Well, first they still had guns, so we were still afraid of them, but they were terrific to deal with. Our sponsors have been very generous to us this year. In addition to the hotel here, which acts as a sponsor, we do get the grass free at providing sponsorship. We also have the city of Dana Point, who have been wonderful to work with. They've gone out of their way to make this easy for us. We also have the hotels in the city. While this is at the St. Regis, all of the hotels in the city have been very supportive of us. They make rooms available to us. They've just been great. The Mercedes-Benz Classic Center is another one of our sponsors. They've been a sponsor for years. They provide us with cars, and they really support our charities. Black Star and Frost provided us with a wonderful pendant that we are auctioning off, plus they provided with additional support to our charities. The golf course at Monarch Beach, which is right behind me, is lovely, and they provide that for us as well. South Coast Plaza has provided us with a fashion show with some lovely models who will be presenting trophies later today.
It's important for you guys to be here and be present because you've got a pretty big event coming up, don't you?
Oh yes, the Pebble Beach auctions. We're very excited. It's August 17th and 18th. Please join us. Visit our website, goodandco.com, and we look forward to having you bid.
Hey man, we're doing great. Loving it. Our S.J. Duesenberg, beautiful day. Couldn't be having more fun if we tried.
Thanks for coming today. We appreciate your support, and more to the point, our charities appreciate your support.